when you talk about restrictions on assault, what they deem assault weapons, I don't have a problem with that term, by the way. We get so defensive now. They got us on the rope so much about a lot of this stuff. We get so defensive. Oh, don't call it assault. Well, I call it assault, right? I'll call it whatever I want to. It's mine. I've got a couple of them. I call it what I want. And I don't have to explain it. There are other things we do where they come up with these arguments. Well, why does anybody need? I don't have to explain to you why I need one. Maybe I don't need one. Maybe I just want one. You know, maybe I just want one. I've got a right to have this. The point I have to explain to you, no more than I have to explain to you why I want to speak or why do I need to speak. I don't have to explain to you why I need to speak. Speak because I'm a right. I got an inherent natural right to speak. I've got an inherent natural right to defend myself. I have an inherent natural right to defend my family, the people I love. We have that codified in our Constitution, and so it is a right, a legal right in this country. In addition to being a natural right, it's given to me by God. I've got a right, so I don't have to explain to you why I need an AR-15. I don't have to explain to you why I need an AR-15. You know? So when you talk about it at any rate, when you talk about it, I just want to say this really quick. The governor of Maryland just pushed for this big assault weapons ban, and he got it. You know, this is one of the worst states in the country to have to own a gun. It's terrible. It's getting worse. And he did it. He followed Bloomberg. Well, New York. You know, Bloomberg is the mayor, obviously, in the city, but you know, New York State just passed a gun law, and I know Bloomberg was behind that and helped push it. And I guess he spent some of his many billions to make that happen. But you know, O'Malley, our governor, you know, following on his coattails and did the same thing. And I just wanted to make the point: there's been no mass shootings in the state of Maryland, right? Baltimore is the biggest crime problem we have in this state, and it's crime problems. The crime problems in Baltimore that are associated with big city issues. I mean, you know, drugs and poverty and all kinds of standard big city issues that lead to violent crime, and some of that violent crime is in the form of guns. So I think what he did was he passed this law, and when you question him, and I believe he was questioned many times on the during the hearings and stuff in connection with putting this stuff together. So it's good. Everything all right? So I know he was questioned repeatedly during the hearings while they were working on these laws, and one of the questions that was often came up was, you know, this issue of, you know, can you cite how many people have been killed in the state of Maryland with rifles of any kind, right? Not just what they would classify as an assault rifle, but of any kind, hunting rifle, shotgun, anything, right? Because it's not happening. You got a bunch of people in Baltimore being killed with handguns, and there were, I think the FBI statistics, there's one in the last several years or so. It was something ridiculous, almost non-existent. It might have been zero. I think there might have been one in the last 5 years or whatever. But the point was, you're legislating a way. You're legislating a ban on rifles, what you term to be assault rifles, when there's absolutely no crime associated with those weapons in the state that you're governing, right? And what is the response by him and any other politician when you call them out on those kinds of intellectually dishonest positions, right? And things that they do. What do they start? What is the first thing they do? They start talking about dead children, and it's just disgusting. You know, it's disgusting. But that's what they do. They start talking. They don't answer the question. Never answer the question. You know, because you can't answer that question. You can't answer that question. There is no answer to that question because you don't. You know that damn well that those weapons aren't being used for the things that you're saying they're being used for when you're banning them. You know damn well it's not going to make this state any more safe. You know damn well it's not going to affect the murder rate. It's not going to change anything going on in this state because people in this state aren't using those weapons for that purpose, and they're not using them almost anywhere for purposes of crime. You know, but you have something sensational happen, and gun control advocates trump it. But just think about that. You ask them to explain themselves, and it's so disgusting because the first thing they start to do is talk about dead children. Dead children in Connecticut, to be honest with you, I doubt he gives a damn about. But it is what it is.